Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Muscle and Fitness Ultimate Sports Challenge with me, Rob Richards, where today I've come up to Big Bear, California, some 7,000 feet above sea level, to meet with a man they called Bob, who back in the day was one of the top wrestlers for his weight category, and now runs this place, Sky High Training, the high altitude performance center where many top boxers, wrestlers and fighters come for weeks at a time to get their high altitude training in, Rocky style, here in the mountains. And while there may not be too much snow up on the peaks, the weather is about freezing. So follow me inside, let's meet Bob and warm up. Hi, Bob.
Yep.
Hi, Bob. Very nice to meet you.
Good. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for inviting me down here.
Sure.
I got to ask, how do you train at this weather?
I know it's pretty cold out there,
It is
but
pretty cold.
actually
It's
it's
warm
not
in
as
here.
bad as it's been in the past.
Well, I've heard-
Usually we have a lot of snow, but
Yeah, thank God we don't have too much snow
Yeah.
now. I don't think I could be doing
all
it.
right.
with
Well,
the
let me.
snow.
Why don't you come on in? Let me show you around.
Cool. Okay.
So we do a number of different things here at the facility. Of course, here we got a boxing ring, so we have boxing classes that we offer here, and then we also have professionals and amateurs that come here and train.
Yeah, I
They
heard
do
that you
their
have
camps up
some
here.
big names that come up here.
Right, we do. We had Shane Mosley did his training up here when he was his fight before Pacquiao.
Nice.
And then right now, currently, we have two Olympians, potential Olympians, training for the Olympic
qualify.
trials coming up.
Back in my
in 3
hometown,
weeks.
London, in 2012.
Yeah, if they make it. So the
Okay,
the
fingers
training
crossed
is
for
in
them.
Colorado Springs, so they're at 6,000 feet competition. So that's why they had training to get them ready for.
So they come up to a high altitude and therefore
And then they'll be
increase their
training,
performance.
And they'll be training at altitude. So anyway, we do boxing here, and then and we have a lot of cross training type of equipment we have here. Then on this side we have another thing we do here. We have a wrestling club that trains here year round, and we also have the high school and the middle school wrestling team. They train here.
So it really is like a mixed community
Oh yeah.
training facility. I mean,
Oh,
everyone from
totally.
top athletes to
Top
basically school
athletes
kids
to
come up
kids.
here.
Awesome.
I love that.
Exactly.
Great.
And we have taekwondo classes we do here. And then when the MMA fighters come in here, we got this one wall where we got the cage where they can practice their submissions and grappling. And we also have grappling classes, wrestling, taekwondo, and that all happens on this side.
You really do cover pretty much all of the contact sports up here.
Yes.
And what about your background? I understand
In my
that you've got
background, I'm an exercise physiologist. So
Okay.
I have a master's degree in exercise physiology. So I set up all of the conditioning programs for the athletes that come up here. If it's boxing, if it's what MMA, and also to help out Carlos, who's training individuals for the 1,500 meters.
So you're the king of the programs then.
So
Everything
I
comes
just-
down from you.
anyone that comes in here, I tell them, okay, what is that we're training for? Here's what we need to work on. Here's some suggestions on how to train in altitude. Because many people that come up here to train altitude don't know how to train in altitude. It's kind of hit and miss.
Well, give me the 411 on high altitude training
Okay,
then.
well, there's a number of things that occur when we train altitude. Number one, we see an increase in red blood cell mass.
Right.
Okay, well that can be beneficial for long distance runners. For MMA fighters, mix. But the main benefit for anyone that's doing boxing or MMA is the ability to buffer lactic acid. Because when we're up here, we lose ability to buffer lactic acid because while we breathe in,
Yep.
our body becomes more alkaline, believe it or not, and then the body says, okay, we don't need a lot of bicarbonate that buffers lactic acid, so the body
interesting.
gets rid of it.
So
So then we really need the bicarbonate, we don't have it. So it's really difficult. So our body learns to tolerate more lactic acid.
So the more red blood cell counts we have, the greater the ability, let's say for me, I would have in clearing lactic acid to be able to
Well-
then move on to the next workout set and train harder.
Well, it gives you more ability to carry more oxygen. So there's two different things that occur. One, ability to carry more oxygen so I can perform better aerobically, and ability to buffer lactic acid so I can perform better anaerobically. So we get two benefits being up in altitude, aerobic and anaerobic benefits.
I like that. I like that. Well, Bob, I got to ask, when we spoke on the phone, I mentioned 5 areas of the fitness that we really need to be, I need to be tested on. And these are strength, stamina, speed, power, and endurance. Now last month I did the MMA and that was tough, but I've got a feeling up here with the weather, the cold, the high altitude, and you being the king of the program design, you're going to put me through a bit of a kind of a boxing preconditioning routine.
Right. We're going to do a boxing program, a conditioning program that we would do for anyone that's training here for a boxing fight. So this is just one of the type of programs that we would do, we'll be doing today. So we do a number of different workouts when we train boxers, but we'll give you a piece of what we do.
And I understand you're going to get me out into the mountain later and do some kind of cardio type activity out there?
We always use the elements here. Unfortunately, many people come up here and they just run in the streets, but I'm all about using what we have up here, and that's the mountains. You know, when there's snow, we do snowshoeing. Awesome workout. I take some of the MMA camps up here. It's like the most difficult thing they can ever do.
I'm going to take your word for that. Yeah.
But today we don't have a lot of snow, but we can do some trail running. We put spikes on our shoes because there's ice on the trails, so you still have to be careful.
So this is like the real Rocky style training.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Up here in the mountains, high altitude, and
oh yeah, we'll climb up. We'll do it. There's a trail we do. We climb 1,000 feet in 1 mile. So we'll go from 600-800 up to about 8,000 feet.
And I'm going to be running up here.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, I think I better go get into my workout gear. I'll be back here in 2,
awesome.
And we'll start the workout.
Good. Let's do it.
Here it goes. Okay guys, I'm ready, so let's go meet Bob and the rest of his team and get on with this boxing training.
Alright, let's get going. Hop on in there.
Let's do just kind of like stretch, get everything stretched out real quick. Okay. Get your back stretched out. Okay, come out here. The muscles warmed up.
Man, it's pretty cold up here, so.
Yeah. Definitely gotta get it nice and warmed up.
Well, Rick, how many of the big names have you worked with up here?
Countless. Danny Mosley, Fernando Vargas, Andre Guerrero, Frank Gomez. Countless.
Quite many of their boxing styles different, even though they're at the top of their game.
Yeah, you know, yeah, they definitely all come up here for business. When they come up to Big Bear, they're ready to train hard, and they're doing it. So it's good. It's been great training up here, being an amateur fighter up here. So
you got some top tips from the pros.
Oh yeah, you're only as good as who you train with.
Okay,
you know?
I'm in good hands. Nice.
So anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the mirror. We're gonna start out just getting warmed up with some shadow boxing.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna use the mirror, get in the fighting stance. Okay. Want your toe mostly pointed forward. Okay, that's a good width. Yep. You want your hands parallel to each other, chin tucked, kind of leaning with your shoulder a little bit. And as we jab, this is going to be number 1. So jab, it's going to come straight out. We're going to kind of do a little half step. Boom, 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 boom. Now right here, we're going to rotate and stick that right hand straight out. Okay, and we're going to swish on the back foot, just like that, and put your hip out. There you go, perfect. Straight out, straight out. Okay, so now we're going to go back. We're just keeping the legs spaced out. There you go. Yeah, yeah, cross. Okay, this is our number 2 punch. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2. And it's perfect. You want to breathe. You want to breathe. So, breathe. And keep the mouth closed when we hiss out, because you don't want to open your mouth and get caught in the jaw. You know? So, that's good. 1 more punch. 1, 2, and this is wound up. 3. So that's it. Now let's go ahead and start the bell, Alex. We're going to do some ring work real quick. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab these weights, these 3-pound weights. 2 to 5 pounds is perfect. You're going to keep them up high, and we're just going to skip around the outside of the ring. And the main thing is we want to be on the balls of our feet, hands up high, and keeping our feet spread out as we're moving. And I'll say switch, and we'll switch directions. You got hands high, and I'll say stop and fight, and we're just going to throw some punches. There you go. Nice and loose. Keep it muscles loose. Throw some uppercuts. Perfect, perfect. Good, 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 good. Straight out, straight out, straight out, straight out. Okay, let's move. We'll move again. So we're going to do this for a couple rounds, 2-minute round, 30-second break. And we're moving. All right, switch. So nice and light on our feet. Go ahead, fight. right under it. Duck and fight. Duck. Duck. Fight. Okay, move. Hands up. Okay, we got 30 seconds left. We're gonna punch. Fight. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Okay, at the break, Alex, you can get the rope out. Punch, 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 punch. Straight out, straight out, straight out, straight out, straight out. Speed, 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 speed. Speed, 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 speed. Keep going. 10 more seconds. 10 seconds. All right, good job. All right, good work, Rob. Key piece, obviously, you might know is deep breath. Okay, we're gonna use these weights again, and what we're gonna do. Okay, so what we're gonna do, Rob. Get in here, Alex. Coach him. Alex is gonna amateur fighter here. Really good. He's gonna kind of coach you through this station here. Oh, here's some defense.
All right. What are we doing, Alex? So this is gonna represent your opponent's arm. You know,
Okay, let's go, Lamont.
Okay. So what you're gonna do is it's bob and weave. So keep your hands up, stay in your low stance. You're gonna step out, step in. Okay. And when you step out and throw a couple punches, do it going up and down.
Alright, good. Get in there. Boys, get some speed. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Go, go, go.
Make sure the punches come out straight.
Nice straight punches. Keep your left foot in front a little more. Let's get back this way. Okay. And you can mix it up too. You can miss a couple. There you go, there you go. Nice, nice. Alright, let's finish it up. Let's keep going. Up and down, up and down. Nice. Breathe, breathe. Nice. Just getting warmed up. Good job. Come on out here.
The warm-up.
We're gonna get some gloves on you. What I want you to, this one's gonna go straight down here, push all the way down. Okay, and we're gonna come out like this, hold it right here. Get you laced up here. These are 16-ounce gloves. These are a good weight for training and sparring. This is heavier than what the pros fight with, but this is what the pros train with. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna work the heavy bag for a round. Don't kill it, you don't want to tweak your wrist, but speed, speed. Charlie, let's go ahead and get on the heavy bag here. Let's go. Let's do the heavy bag.
Right. Jab and jab cross. Jab cross hook. Go hard. And relax. Move around. Move around. Move around.
There we go, there we go.
Go hard.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on, more power, more power. Push.
Breathe in, breathe in.
Hands up.
Let's go, let's go.
And jab.
More punches.
Breathe as each punch.
Hard, hard.
And go hard. Go hard. Come on, get it. Go.
Slow, too slow, too slow.
Hands up.
30 seconds.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Hands up. Hands up.
Non-stop punches.
And jab.
Go.
Keep going, don't stop punching. Jab cross, keep going.
Keep going. Jab cross hook. Go hard.
Too slow.
Hard. Go. Go. Go.
Don't stop.
Keep going. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Keep going.
Speed, speed. Leave it on.
Come on.
Leave it on here. Come on, you got it.
There you go.
Time.
Right. Good work.
Let's go.
All right. Good job, good job, good job. Okay. Nice and loose, nice and loose. Stay loose. All right, here we go. One. Good. Stay loose, stay loose. 1, 2. 1, 2. Speed. 1, 2. 1, 2. There you go. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Speed. Faster. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Stay loose. 1. Good. 1. Good. 1. Stay relaxed. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 1, 2. 1, 2. Back. Speed. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Go. Speed. Go. Speed. Go. 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 Woo. Deep breath.
What a difference this makes at altitude. Like, I've done a bit of this training before, but up here, I'm struggling to recover.
Yeah.
When you hit that wall,
Oh man.
oh my God, when you hit that wall,
Yeah, definitely.
and
This
that's what I've got to
altitude
overcome.
makes champions, makes a difference. Absolutely. Get a shot of water. Get it ready. Deep breath. In the mouth, out the mouth. Fast. All right, guys. What are we gonna do? Move on to the circuit. Let's do some circuitry. We're gonna switch stations here.
Yeah, so Rick, this is how many of the pro boxers train. When you come and you need to put them through their paces to be able to increase their performance back down at a lower level. Pretty much the same
We're gonna
routine.
start off same routine, except we're gonna increase the number of rounds per station.
And then
So
how many
same
numbers? Circuits.
3, 4 rounds a station. We're gonna 3 rounds is a good number, so 3 rounds there, 3 rounds here, 3 rounds there, 3 rounds there. Then we have other bags, so we do 3 rounds, and then Bob's gonna put them through the interval training, which is just total body workout. It's really great. Hits those muscles that you're not gonna get with your traditional boxing workout. It's gonna get a full total body connectivity and get it all
Now I
together.
want to catch my breath real quickly. When the pros, the top level athletes, hit their wall, what do you see that motivates them and what gets them over that wall?
You know, you just gotta tell them, if they don't, I mean, they know that if they're doing it, they got some deep-seated motivation that no one can stop. You gotta tell them, look, you either want this or you don't. Either want it or you don't. You're either gonna be the champ, or you're gonna be out. You know, it's time to get it, time to leave it all here in the gym. Don't leave nothing. Tomorrow, you know, it's a new day.
I like
You gotta
that, it's a
bring
new
it.
day, it's a new start. So I guess I'm up here and my deep-seated motivation is this. You guys watching this, reading the magazine, and willing me to be able to finish without getting a fail for this. So Bob, over to you, what's next for me?
Okay, let's go. Come on this side.
Thanks, Rick.
We're going to start off on the arm ergometer. So you come on over here.
What did you call it?
Call it arm ergometer.
I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
So you want to grab these 2 handles. One foot on here.
Cardio.
And this is going to be a 1 minute of cardio acceleration. And we're going to go maximum speed. Ready? And go. Crank. You got to crank it up. Keep pushing. Push. Keep going. Keep cranking. And breathe while we're doing this. Breathe. Keep going. Keep strong. Crank. Good. Keep going. Keep strong. We're not even halfway yet. We're slowing down. Don't slow down. Crank it. Come on, we got 15 seconds. Let's go. It's on that first station. Push. Come on, we got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, we're on the next station. When you lie on your back, hit right here.
What are we doing?
We're going to do some laying down press. So head here, lie on your back, and grab the bar with 2 hands.
How many?
We got going 40 seconds. You go all out for 40 seconds.
Let's go, Rob. Let's go. Doing good. Doing good.
And here. Ready? And go. 40 seconds. Push, push, push. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Nice. Go, 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 go. Keep it going, keep it going. Come on, keep it going. There's only 10. Keep pushing, keep pushing.
That's casting.
Come on, keep it going, keep it going. Come on, push it. Come on, go. This is only halfway. Come on, go, 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 go. Push it up, push it up, push it up. Come on, we got 10 more seconds. Lock it up, lock it up, lock it up. 5 more seconds. Push, push. 2, 1, time. 20-second break. Stand up, got 20-second break.
Deep breath. Deep breath, sweet nose.
Good work, good work.
Hold here, one arm up, and we're going to jab. Okay, ready? We're going to go 20 seconds on one hand, 20 on the other. Ready? Keep your other hand, left hand up. Ready? Go. Push. Push. Good. Push it. Good. Good. Push it. Push it. Push it. Good. Keep going. Keep going. 5 more seconds on that arm. Push. 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 And switch. Ready? And go. Go. Lock it up. Lock it up. Push it. Push it. Push it. Keep your other hand up. Keep going. Keep going. Go around. Push it. Push it. 10 more seconds. Go. Go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and break. Okay. 20-second break.
Good water, bro. Good water. Good.
Okay, we're gonna put our feet in these.
There you go.
Put your feet right in here and hands on that. I'm gonna do push-ups.
Right, right.
Left foot. Okay, we got 40 seconds. Ready? And go. Push them up, push them up, push them up, push them up. Good, good. Push.
Breathe.
Push. Keep it going, keep going, keep pushing. Good, good job. Lock them up, lock them up, lock them up.
Keep going.
Come on, no break. Stay up. Hold yourself up, hold yourself up.
Yeah.
Step up. Keep it going, keep it going. Come on, push it, push it. Hold your feet up, hold your feet up. Keep it together, there we go.
There you go. Let it out. Let it out.
All right, let's put the gloves on.
All right, good work. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Man, when that lactic acid hits,
That's why we train up here.
Deep breaths.
Can't produce this down below.
love no money could get me through. My body just shuts down. Wow.
Yep. So we got to push mentally now. We got to push through
One of
this.
the benefits of training up here, I guess, is you can
don't.
push.
You can push. Mentally, you're never going to feel anything that tough.
And this isn't a one-time thing. You've got to be up here for weeks.
We like it minimum 2 weeks is usually the ideal. 4 weeks is perfect.
And training like this for how many days a week?
6, 1 day rest.
So, like what I'm doing,
Yep.
but harder.
we
Every
do that.
day, 1 day off a week,
And we do
4
that
weeks.
and we peak out. Try to peak out up here.
Good shot. Good.
Okay,
This is what it takes to be a champion for boxing.
This is it.
this is it.
This is it. The interval training is going to do it. All right. Take some deep breaths. You're doing good. Wrecking ball. I want you to bust these seams open. Got to bust these seams open. Let's go.
Ready and go.
There you go. Come on. There you
Snap
go.
those punches.
Uppercut. Nice. Uppercut. Yeah. Other hand. Get underneath it. There you go.
Quick and snappy.
Let it out. Let it out. There you go. There you go.
Come on, push it. Let's go. 30 seconds.
Quick. Keep going.
Go, 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 go.
Non-stop. 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 Speed. 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 Go. 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 Non-stop. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. All right. Come on. Leave it all here. We're almost done. Come on.
Keep it going, keep it going.
Give it all. Give it all. Give it all. There it is. Speed. 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 Come on, Rob. Let's go. Speed.
Faster, go on, faster. Do it, do it.
Speed. 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 Speed.
You're almost done.
Gotta finish strong. Finish strong.
Keep going, keep going. Right. Alright.
Deep breaths, deep breaths. Give him a little shot of water.
Alright, so 1 minute break. And we'll just do, want to do one more round of circuit?
Shot of water.
Sure.
Alright. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Deep breath.
So how do you get through it? What's your motivation?
Well, you know, I'm just getting ready for a fight right now.
Yeah.
So I just
What goes through your head coming up to that fight?
there's a big mental challenge. You know, you got to just prepare yourself for the worst, and just make sure you're mentally capable to stay in the fight and don't fight yourself.
You got to believe here, right, that you can actually, you can win, go the round.
Yeah. What wins the fight the most is your heart and your mind. You got to be strong.
So keep on. What do you weigh?
Right now I'm 125. I'll fight at 118.
What about you, Rick?
I fight at 160, but at 175 right now. So.
I'm like 185, 190 right now. So my fighting weight would be, what, like one?
You got a lot of muscle mass. You know, you could. It doesn't look like you got a lot to trim up, but you could trim up probably a tiny bit. I would say maybe
10 pounds maybe?
Yeah, maybe so. 5 times. Yeah, and actually, what you're gonna do too is just lose a bunch of water weight before the weigh-in and bounce back a little bit. So you can get down to 180 probably.
180. Okay,
Yeah.
we do that.
Light heavyweight be 175 and up, so you can get in there.
Man, every time I go to this training, my appreciation and my respect for not just boxers but fighters, what they have to go through
It's rough.
physically for what I do, it's got to look good.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, you got to look good, and it's the diet and the consistency.
Yeah.
But with you guys, it's that function, that pure determination in the head. Plus, I don't go up against anyone directly. You've got someone pounding you in the head.
One-on-one.
You got to block them, then you got to take them down, finish it off.
Yeah.
Hold in this way. Squatting up and down at the same time. Okay, ready?
I thought you liked me, Bob. I thought we had a friendship when I came in.
Oh, no.
What are you doing
That's
to me?
about liking. It's all about pain. Alright,
So
here
I
we
gotta
go.
squat and
We're
do
gonna
this.
Squat and do it at the same time. Ready? And go! Come on, let's go down. Gotta see the waves. Let's see the waves. Go. 30 seconds. Halfway. Come on. Come on. Move up. Faster, quicker. Go. Move. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. 20-second break.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
And through your nose.
Good job. Okay, now we're going to grab this bar here. Come on. And go side to side. Swing it side to side. Go. Ready? Time's up. Come on, we're losing time. 20-second break, so we got 40 seconds. Ready? Pick it up. Ready? And go. Side to side. Swing it. Go. Go. Slow it down lower. Gonna come down. There we go. Come down lower. Bring it down. Push it. Keep it going. 20 seconds. Let's go. 20 seconds.
Looking good. Keep going.
Keep going. 20 seconds break. Okay, I'm gonna help you with this one. Put feet. Go back, put feet. Keep going. Stand down. Hand walk. Go. Push up. Hand walk. No, walk. Yeah, push. Come on. Push. All the way down. Push. And break. Okay, 1 second. Okay, once on this ball, once on here, we'll take that medicine ball and we'll draw sideways. Alright. And go.
Nice.
Side to side, side to side. Go, 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 go. Go.
Nice. There you go.
One goes, one goes.
Good job.
Go, 20 seconds. Go.
Nice.
Go. Keep going. Go.
Nice.
Go. Okay, 10 seconds. Go. Push it.
Good job.
2, 1, and close on.
What's next?
Got to finish up with specific skill now. We got to put the gloves on and actually hit something. When you're really fatigued like this, that's the whole purpose. So let's get the gloves on and let's see how you can perform.
All you,
After going through all of that.
Push down. There you go.
all you doing this, let me ask. If myself or somebody like me came to you and said, I want to fight, and they were at this kind of level, how long would they need to train like this before they're ready for their first amateur fight?
I think the big part is the skills part.
Yeah.
As far as getting in
Conditioning.
shape, you know, it's going to take a few months at least.
Yeah, we
minimum.
probably get usually about 8 weeks. We can get you.
So maybe 8 to
6
12
8
weeks is a good.
Yeah. It depends. Unless you're starting from ground zero.
Okay.
If you got a pretty good base, we can peak you out in 6 to 8 weeks.
Just seems for most top level sports, 3 to 4 months is what you need to really put the groundwork in, and
As far as conditioning skills, that could take a lot.
it takes time, right? Okay.
Okay.
What's next? I feel we're gonna
All right,
finish
let's
this.
finish up. All right, Rick. We got 2 minutes.
2 to the body, 1 up top. Stay busy. 3 or 4 punches and move.
Keep it going. Come on, let's go. You got to get strong, man. Weak. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Punch out.
Hard punches, come on, hard punches.
Keep going. Move around the bag.
Keep your hands up. Keep going.
15. Go.
Don't leave
Come on,
anything
10
behind. Go.
seconds. Let's go.
Keep going. Push yourself. Push yourself.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Faster. There you go. Faster. Come on. Nice.
There's our boxing workout. Just a piece of what we do up here. You train up here 3 times a day. This would be one of your training times. And then we have 2 other things that we do. In the morning, and then we do sparring in the evening. And this is one of your workouts for your 3-day workouts.
I have no fluid in my mouth.
Yeah. So one thing about training up in altitude is that you lose a lot of water through breathing. And that's why people become dehydrated up here. So one thing we have to do, we got to focus on is hydration.
So how much water would someone need to drink
So
if they're coming up here? More than
probably
the
at least 50% more than they would normally do in a regular
20%.
training session.
Yeah.
And what I recommend is to weigh yourself in the morning. Every morning weigh yourself, and if we're down by a pound or 2, we got to drink that water back.
How much water?
Yeah, and that's the big problem with people that can't train up here high intensity because they're dehydrated. They don't realize that, well, I'm not sweating. Well, you didn't lose your water from sweat, you lost it from breathing.
Well, what about recovery? Let's say I was coming up here for 4 weeks, and I was going to be put through this 3 times a day.
Yeah.
What would I do now before I come back to my next session?
Yeah, so
what would you recommend I go back and eat? Any supplementation I take? Rest?
Supplementation is huge up here. So,
Okay.
number 1, we want to get hydrated. Number 2, we need the proper supplements. And the supplements that you need to have when you're up here is vitamin C, vitamin B6, and B12, because that helps the body produce, absorb iron. And
Okay.
we lose our iron stores up here, about 35%. So what happens if we don't supplement, we actually don't get the benefit of high altitude training because we're not absorbing iron. So we want to get that supplement in our body. And then we want to get glutamine to help our muscles recovery.
That's
and then
fine,
I also recommend lots of fruits and vegetables, a lot of greens, keep the pH level up.
Okay, that's good to know.
Because we're very, because there's lactic acid buildup here. And then I also recommend, this is my secret, is baking soda.
Baking soda, really? Tell me why.
Mix some baking soda with honey.
Okay.
And you take it that way. You take 1 cup of honey, 1/3 a cup of baking soda, boil it together, make a little thing, and then we take up to 4 teaspoons of that. We begin with 1 teaspoon because that helps our body to buffer lactic acid. So now we can push ourselves at a higher level up here.
Really interesting.
Because we have so much lactic acid in us, it's hard for us to perform. But now we can take the baking soda.
Speaking of which, I gotta grab my water over here. So, Bob, if I'm hitting the wall and I'm getting my lactic acid up to its max after maybe a minute at most, 90 seconds of doing this, which by the way, I love that workout. That's completely different to me. I love it even when I'm doing it and I want to stop, but that mental thing of seeing it through, and it's great that you only have like a 40-second or 2-minute deadline instead of do as many as you can, because therefore I have a deadline. I've got 40 seconds to go, and when you're shouting it out and you're giving me that mental kind of motivation,
you can push
and I've got halfway.
for that time.
So Bob, I came here with a mission, and that was to be tested on what I think are the 5 main areas of fitness. So I want to ask all of you, and you can give me your total score if you want, but this is out of 10, and 5 areas of fitness, and I want it to be truthful. So let's start off on speed. 10 being the best, 1 being awful. What would you rate me on?
Okay, well, I think speed, you look pretty good as far as speed goes, and that's probably because of the training you do produces that. So I would give you a 9 out of 10 for speed.
9 out of 10, awesome. Yeah. Okay, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
So from speed, let's move on to stamina. And I think for stamina, we'll define that as being, like you said, that kind of power output for the duration of that particular exercise. So guys, mark me out of 10 on stamina.
So on stamina, I think we're a little bit below speed, and only for 2 reasons. 1, because you don't train specifically like this, and number 2, we're here at altitude.
That makes a big difference.
That makes a huge difference.
Because all the guys watching at home, they've seen a little bit outside, but really when we come in here, it's cold, but it's warmed up nicely in here. But that altitude, just when I first come up here speaking, you get out of breath just speaking. So on stamina,
I have to go. Well, I was going to give him a 7.
Okay, 7.
It's solid 6.5.
6 then, because it's not bad. Okay, 9 out of 6. Let's move on to we've got speed, we've got stamina. Let's look at strength, overall strength.
Yeah. Okay, I felt pretty good on your strength and the things that I had to do under the conditions, being so fatigued and doing some of the things there. So I'll give you a 10 on strength.
A 10. Awesome. That's the first 10 of the show. 10 out of 10 on strength. Okay. Well, I have strength in there because the next one is going to be endurance. And I don't know about you, but I define endurance as being, kind of going the distance. So from start to finish, let's test the endurance out of 10.
Yeah. Again, not as high as agility or the speed or strength, and close to the endurance part of it, So I would probably go 8.
An 8. All right, this is a pretty high score as well. I like to end on a high, so I've put power at the end, and that's that kind of explosive power, that energy, getting it out there, like whether it's the punch or on the bars down there. What do we go for power?
Yeah. I thought he did pretty good hitting the bags and all,
He definitely has some bursts of energy where you were able to pull it out. Leave it all there, and that's what you need. And you always gotta have some in reserve. I'll give him a solid 8-ish. That's a good 8.
Pretty high score together,
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 8 on that.
So.
Okay, I'm thrilled with that. And guys, again, thank you so much for inviting me and Muscle and Fitness down here to be able to put through your world. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I have to say that you're absolutely spot on with that motivation, coming down here with something deep like a desire. That whether it's a fight, an opponent, a championship, something that you're gearing up for, when you come here and you have that, I refer to Rocky outside, but that eye of the tiger, when you're down here, when you hit that wall, that's what you're saying, that's the determination that pulls you through.
That's when your heart kicks in. As long as you have the heart to keep pushing through, you're going to be able to complete your goals.
Sure, carries you through. Well, on that note, I guess the final question is, Bob, I came here, we've marked me on speed, stamina, strength, power, endurance. If I had to ask you whether you'd give me a pass or a fail as if with the right training, I could eventually maybe even be a pro boxer, what would you give me?
Well, I'll definitely give you a thumbs up because you did everything that we want you to do. Not everybody can come up here and do this type of workout.
So it's not just me. People come up here and actually find this challenging.
Oh, totally.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
When we have people that are somewhat athletic, where's my puke buckets? We'll have 2 or 3 puke buckets, and they will be puking.
I was hoping I didn't do that.
You didn't do that, so you did.
Awesome. That ends a great show. But finally, if people actually want to come up and experience what I have here today, where can they go to find out more about yourself, your team, and what it is that you have here?
They can go to our website at skyhightraining.org.
Okay.
We're a non-profit center, so we have a lot of athletes that train here for free. A lot of kids that come into our center for free.
Really great of you.
And then some of the pro athletes will help pay for you doing the camps here that helps pay for our facility. So we're all about just getting people up here and giving them a workout.
It's amazing. It's amazing. More power to you. I feel like my heart rate's really come back down, and I'm kind of ready for the next round. But I think on that note, guys, I need to say it's a goodbye from me, Bob, and the rest of the team here at Sky High Training. I've had a great time. I hope you have enjoyed a little bit of what you've seen and maybe take some of the exercises away and cross them over into your training back in the gym or wherever that may be. Again, I'm Rob Richards. This is Sky High Training for the Muscle and Fitness Ultimate Sports Challenge. Tune in next month when I'll be somewhere else in the world trying my hand at a completely different sport. Take care, guys. Bye.